Girl, I mean, look, we don't talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac enough, okay? And I was like, I think we need to talk about this because the ladies are not happy, And I think Angel is just like, what if even she doing over here anymore? And we need to talk about it. But before we start, welcome back. I'm the Real Andy of Beverly Hills. Welcome to another piece of tea. If you are new here, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, okay? And even if you are part of my old subscribers, with all of my YouTube drama, make sure to double check that your notifications are on, okay? Or even better, turn it off and turn it on again, okay? Because it has been a lot and we are definitely trying to get a roll over here, okay? So anyways, let's talk about this mess. I mean, this is messy, girl. I think it's not a secret that, Real House of Potomac has been a little bit disconnected lately, and I think that a lot of us are trying to find, a reason to really keep watching this show. There are things that are working and there are things that are definitely not working anymore, And there is a lot of chatter going around, between everything that is happening with Ashley, Darby, and Cherie's son, or whatever happened, and everything that is going on right now with Angel, and people are just so confused by the whole thing. And I just kind of want to get to a space with Potomac that we were able to say is this a really good show? What really is happening over here, because it's kind of goes there for a second and then it gets so plain. And but to me, I don't think the show is bad per se. I just think that there are certain pieces that are just not making sense and definitely need to be changed, right? Let's start talking a little bit about this whole Angel situation. We are so confused by this Angel girl, okay? I wanted to like her. I thought that she was going to bring a different energy to this group. But I found her lies to be boring and stale, I saw a meme the other day saying that, for example, Stacey Rush, she has been caught on some lies as well. But a lot of people love Stacey, right? And I'm like, yes, because Stacey is entertaining. You actually watch her and, you actually kind of laugh with her and she kind of bring moments, and it's kind of lighthearted and we have fun with Stacey, But when it comes to Angel, everything is so charged and everything is so weird, and she's so defensive about everything. It makes me wonder, is there something else that she's trying to hide, that she does not want to be out there? Because her lies doesn't even make sense and she's not entertaining at all, and I have seen a lot of comments of how boring Angel is becoming, and between Angel and Kay, it's bringing the show really, really down, We have people on this side that, are part of the show and kind of elevated. And then we have this other side. Now, of course, you're probably asking about Wendy. Wendy right now, it's kind of in the middle because with all of her legal drama that is happening, we are not sure if Wendy, is going to deserve to keep being part of the show in itself. But if we watch it as the show that was filmed 6-7 months ago, of course Wendy still belongs to this group over here. But yeah, we are in Colorado right now, and this whole thing of having the ladies in a house an hour and a half away from your own house. It's just the lies, what happened to your house in Potomac? Why were you renting short term? Was Giselle right? She was just renting to be part of the show. This is something that, if this is truth, the producers need to be called out, because why are we casting women that are not actively living in the city that they are supposed to be living? If you are gonna lie to us and make us believe, that this is a Potomac person, at least, make sure that she rents a house for the totality of not only the show, I will be like, show me your 1 year lease. You know what I mean? But the fact that she rent a house that is already furnitured, is that the word? Latino moment, guys. But you know what I mean, that it's already like furniture on it, you know. I mean, that's like a huge red flag, you know. And then you go back to Colorado where you have your supposed mansion, right? And you don't have people staying at your house just because. She's like, just because. You know, I have some people here, some people there. Just like, no, baby girl, what are you doing? Where is the wealth? Where is the wealth? You know, I'm like, I don't know. Something is very off. And now I just don't like Angel that much. You know, Angel and Kay, I just feel that they are not part of Potomac. You know who is part of Potomac? Tia. I think Tia is doing an amazing job. And I think if we're going to move forward, it has to be, you know, of course, Giselle, Angie. Angie. Why Angie? I'm sorry. Giselle, Ashley, Stacy, Tia, you know. Yeah, I mean, Monique is still like, okay, bring back Monique if you want to, whatever, you know. I think they should bring back Charisse. I think Charisse just did an interview with Carlos King, and she says something very interesting. She said, when I started this show, this was supposed to be the Blackberry Hills, and they turn it into this whole shit show where we see people literally eating from aluminum plates all the time, you know. And I'm like, this is so right, you know, like, where is the class, where is the luxury, the lifestyle, right? And I mean, it's because it's getting harder to find women like this in Potomac. Like, what is really going on? Then maybe bring Charisse back, you know. We need something like that. And honestly, I will bring Candace back. I love me some Candace Diller, and I think she should return to the show. But anyways, you know, like, I think there is something that is missing over here, and that definitely we just need to work it out, you know. There is this whole drama between Ashley and Charisse, you know, and Charisse's son, and everyone kind of like saying, you know, that Ashley confirmed that she actually has some kind of relationship, or, you know, sexual relationships with Charisse's son, which is a grown-up, you know. And Ashley basically said, like, look, he is a consenting adult. I was a consenting adult. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it is what it is. We had a good time, blah, 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 you know. But now the question is, would you do that to one of your friends' sons, you know? I think it's a little bit of a loaded question. I think at the end of the day, these girls are not real friends, some of them, you know. And I think just because you're filming a show together does not mean that you are friends. And I think Ashley, I think the guy is like 27 or something like that, and Ashley is like in her 30s. So I don't think it's that far-fetched. I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be very honest with you. It's not like the guy just turned 18 and she was like 39, you know. And my thing is, like, I just believe that Ashley and Charisse, maybe they're not like super BFFs. So, like, honestly, who cares, right? But, you know, a lot of people are having like different opinions about it, and I'm very curious to see how do you feel. I think it will be different if this is like your actual friend, like hooking up with your friend's son. Like, that will be a little bit different, you know. Especially if it's not like a real relationship, but just like a hookup. I would be like, just stay quiet. Why are you talking about it? Like, just don't mention it. Why is Ashley going around talking about this? Like, it's a big deal, right? But now it's out there, you know, and I mean, I think this is the perfect moment to bring Charisse back, you know, and see how that goes, you know, and having like, I don't know, like, is Charisse going to be Ashley's mother-in-law? Like, that would be like so weird, you know, like, that's the kind of messiness that we might need to see happening. Am I right? So anyways, I don't know. Let me know how you feel about the Real House of Potomac right now. Is it doing it for you? What is happening? How many questions do you have? Who you want to see back for next season? Because I feel that we are at that moment right now that we need a soft reboot on the Real Housewives of Potomac. So let me know, and if you want to get all the tea related to this show or any of the other Bravo shows, make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.